I joyfully accept $50 million into my life right now. These words are more than a phrase. They are a declaration of faith, a seed of abundance, and a key that unlocks the doors of prosperity. When you speak them with intention, when you allow them to rest inside your heart, they begin to shape a new reality around you. Money is not just paper, coins, or numbers on a screen. Money is energy. It flows like water, and when you align yourself with the flow of abundance, you become the channel through which wealth moves freely. The affirmation, I joyfully accept $50 million, may sound bold at first, but it is meant to be bold. It expands your imagination and stretches your belief. It pushes against the limits of what you once thought possible. You may have been told to keep your dreams small, to only ask for what you think you can achieve. But affirmations remind you that the universe has no shortage of wealth. The universe is infinite, and so is the abundance available to you. Accepting 50 million is not about greed, it is about allowing yourself to step into the fullness of divine provision. Imagine what happens inside you when you repeat this affirmation again and again. A spark of excitement grows. A smile rises on your face. Your body begins to feel lighter because you are opening the door to new possibilities. Joy fills your chest because your mind no longer sees lack, but opportunity. This is why we begin with bold, joyful acceptance. It shifts your emotional state instantly, and in that shift, energy begins to move. You may notice resistance when you first speak it. A quiet voice might whisper, "That's too much. That can't happen. Who are you to accept $50 million?" That voice is not truth. It is a shadow from old conditioning. It is the echo of doubt passed down through family, culture, and society. But the affirmation does not argue with the doubt. It simply stands firm, repeated with joy until the doubt fades. The more you affirm, the more the old voices lose their power and the new truth begins to shine. By declaring that you joyfully accept 50 million, you are not demanding it, you are not forcing it, you are not chasing it. You are opening your hands, your heart, and your mind to receive it. You are saying yes to the streams of abundance that are already flowing toward you. You are aligning yourself with the vibration of wealth, and that vibration begins to magnetize opportunities, ideas, and resources to you. The hook is not meant to convince your rational mind. It is meant to awaken your spirit. It is meant to bypass the logic that says, "This is impossible," and remind you that nothing is too big for the universe. What seems like a mountain to climb is nothing more than a step to the divine. You do not need to know how it will happen. You only need to know that it can happen. And as you continue to affirm, you start to feel as though it already has. The phrase, "I joyfully accept $50 million," is simple yet layered with meaning. I joyfully reminds you that wealth is not a burden, it is a blessing. It is meant to bring peace, ease, laughter, and freedom. Accept tells the universe you are no longer pushing money away with fear, guilt, or unworthiness. You are ready to receive, open-handed and open-hearted. $50 million sets a specific vibration, a bold picture of abundance that reprograms your sense of possibility. And into my life right now anchors it in the present moment, because abundance is not waiting in the future. It begins the moment you choose to claim it. So we begin here, not with doubt, not with hesitation, but with bold acceptance. Speak it, feel it, let the words echo in your mind. Let them paint a new vision in your imagination. Let them awaken joy in your body. For it is not just about the money, it is about the shift in your soul when you realize you are worthy of living in divine abundance. The words you speak shape the thoughts you carry, and the thoughts you carry shape the life you live. This is the simple yet profound truth behind affirmations. When you say, I joyfully accept $50 million, you are telling your mind a new story. For years, perhaps your mind has rehearsed the old story of lack, limitation, and struggle. It has replayed messages like, there isn't enough, money is hard to earn, only some people get rich, or wealth is not for people like me. Those thoughts create feelings of fear, insecurity, and doubt, and those feelings influence your choices, your habits, and even the opportunities you notice. Belief is the soil in which the seeds of your words are planted. If the soil is dry, full of rocks and weeds, the seeds struggle to grow. But when the soil is rich and open, the seeds take root and flourish. By repeating affirmations, you are not just saying words, you are preparing the soil of your mind. You are clearing out the weeds of doubt, watering the ground with faith, and creating space for new seeds of abundance to grow. Belief is powerful because it sets the tone for everything you do. If you believe you are destined to struggle, then even when opportunity stands in front of you, you will not recognize it. You may dismiss it or sabotage it because it does not align with your inner picture. But if you believe that wealth flows to you, that opportunities are meant for you, that the universe delights in giving you abundance, then even small chances become great rivers of prosperity. Your belief shapes not only what you see, but how you respond. Affirmations create belief through repetition. The first time you say, I joyfully accept $50 million, your mind might resist. The second time, it still resists. But the 10th time, the 100th time, the 1000th time, something begins to shift. The words begin to sound familiar. The old doubts begin to soften. The affirmation no longer feels foreign. It feels natural. That is the power of belief being rewired in your subconscious. Think of belief as a lens. If the lens is cracked with fear, everything looks broken. If the lens is fogged with doubt, everything looks unclear. But affirmations polish the lens. They clear away the fog and mend the cracks until you see clearly. You see abundance not as a dream, but as a reality waiting to be received. You see wealth not as distant, but as near. You see yourself not as lacking, but as worthy. Belief is also magnetic. It attracts experiences that match its vibration. When you believe in lack, you unconsciously draw in situations that confirm it. But when you believe in abundance, you draw in situations that reflect that belief. This is why so many people who shift their beliefs notice sudden changes. A new job appears, a business idea flows, a gift arrives. It is not coincidence, it is alignment. When you say, I joyfully accept $50 million, you are not only creating a new belief about money, you are creating a new belief about yourself. You are saying, I am worthy, I am open, I am ready. And the more you say it, the deeper this truth takes root in your spirit. Belief at its core is not about forcing yourself to think positively. It is about choosing what you want to become familiar with. Whatever you repeat becomes normal to you. If you repeat fear, fear becomes normal. If you repeat wealth, wealth becomes normal. Affirmations are the daily practice of making abundance your new normal. So, as you affirm, let your belief grow. Let it expand beyond the walls of limitation. Let it become the lens through which you see your entire life. For the power of belief is the power to transform your world. And with each repetition, you are shaping a new reality where $50 million is not a dream. It is your truth. Every affirmation you speak is like a seed planted in the soil of your mind. When you say, I joyfully accept $50 million, you are placing a seed into fertile ground. It may not sprout instantly, but it is alive, and it contains within it the blueprint of your future abundance. Just as a small seed holds the design of a towering tree, your affirmation holds the design of your prosperous life. Planting a seed is an act of faith. You do not dig it up every day to see if it is growing. You water it, nurture it, and trust that it will sprout in time. The same is true with affirmations. You repeat them daily, not because you see immediate results, but because you know that something is happening beneath the surface. The roots are forming, the soil is shifting, the energy of your mind is being rearranged to support growth. When you plant the seed of abundance, you are creating new pathways in your brain. Science shows that the mind is like a field of connections. The more you repeat a thought, the stronger that pathway becomes. Negative thoughts about money may have deep, old roots, but every time you affirm abundance, you are planting a new seed, building a new path. Over time, the old roots weaken and the new ones strengthen until abundance becomes your natural way of thinking. The specific affirmation of $50 million serves as a bold seed. It is not a small plant, it is a mighty tree. By affirming such a large number, you are stretching the limits of what your mind believes is possible. Even if you never considered such wealth before, the seed opens your imagination to it. And once the imagination accepts it, the spirit can align with it. Planting this seed is also about joy. Notice the word joyfully. Joy is the sunlight that helps the seed grow. If you affirm wealth with fear, guilt, or tension, the soil becomes hard and dry. But when you affirm with joy, laughter, and gratitude, the soil becomes soft and rich. The seed takes root quickly. That is why joy is not just an emotion, it is a spiritual fertilizer for abundance. The process of planting is also ongoing. One seed is not enough. You plant it daily with every affirmation until a field of abundance begins to grow in your mind. Imagine your inner garden filled with rows and rows of seeds, each one a bold declaration. I joyfully accept $50 million. I joyfully accept abundance. I joyfully accept wealth, freedom, and prosperity. Over time, these seeds grow into a forest of belief, and that belief becomes the reality you walk in. Planting seeds also requires patience. Just as you do not expect a seed to turn into a tree overnight, you do not demand your affirmation to manifest instantly. You know that growth takes time, and yet, even while waiting, you feel peace because you trust the process. You know the seed is alive, working beneath the surface, drawing nutrients, reaching for light. Your affirmation is alive in the same way. It is working within you, aligning your energy, calling in opportunities, attracting resources, and preparing you to receive. This is why daily practice matters. Every repetition waters the seed. Every moment of gratitude shines light on it. Every act of faith removes the weeds of doubt. And with each day, the roots grow deeper, the stem grows stronger, and the fruit of abundance comes closer. The seed of abundance is not just about money, it is about the life that money allows. It is about freedom, creativity, generosity, and peace. When you plant the seed of, I joyfully accept $50 million, you are planting the seed of a life where you are free to follow your passions, to give generously, to enjoy fully, and to live in harmony with the universe. The universe responds to seeds. It multiplies whatever you plant. If you plant fear, it grows more fear. If you plant gratitude, it grows more gratitude. If you plant lack, it grows more lack. But when you plant abundance, it grows into a harvest greater than you imagined. This is why the affirmation is so powerful. It is not just a phrase, it is a seed that once planted and nurtured becomes the tree of prosperity in your life. So plant it with joy, plant it with faith, plant it daily, knowing that each repetition is another seed falling into the fertile soil of your spirit. And as you nurture these seeds, a time will come when you walk into the harvest, surrounded by the abundant life you once only imagined. When you begin to affirm boldly that you joyfully accept $50 million, you may notice inner resistance rising up. A voice inside may say, "This is too much. This is impossible. People like me don't receive this kind of wealth." These are limiting beliefs, and they are not the truth of who you are. They are old programs written by experiences, society, or family teachings. They cling to your mind because they have been repeated for years, and they form barriers to receiving abundance. Every limiting belief has one purpose: to keep you small. They whisper fear, guilt, or doubt so that you will not step into your true inheritance of abundance. They may disguise themselves as being realistic, but in reality, they are cages. The truth is that you were not created to live in scarcity. You were not created to just get by. You were created to live in fullness, to experience abundance, to share blessings with others, and to live in freedom. Repeating the affirmation, "I joyfully accept $50 million," shines light on those limiting beliefs. At first, they may feel louder, as if they are fighting back, but light always wins over darkness. Every time you speak the affirmation, you are declaring freedom from those beliefs. You are saying, "I no longer agree with lack. I no longer carry shame about wealth. I no longer let fear decide how much I can receive." Imagine these limiting beliefs as walls. For years, you lived inside those walls, thinking the space was all there was. But affirmations are like cracks of light that begin to appear in those walls. The more you affirm, the more cracks appear, until the walls crumble and you realize the sky above you is endless. Removing limiting beliefs is not about fighting them directly, it is about replacing them. You cannot erase a thought by focusing on it, but you can plant a stronger one in its place. For example, if a thought says, "You don't deserve wealth," your affirmation says, "I am worthy of unlimited prosperity." If the thought says, "Money is hard to get," your affirmation says, "Money flows easily and joyfully to me." Slowly, the old belief loses power because it no longer has your agreement. This process requires patience. At times, the old beliefs will try to return, especially when you are stepping into something new. But remember, they are like weeds in a garden. They may grow back, but if you keep tending the soil with affirmations, gratitude, and faith, they cannot overtake the harvest. Removing limiting beliefs is like unlocking chains that have bound your hands. Once those chains are gone, your hands are free to receive. When you release guilt, you feel worthy of receiving. When you release fear, you feel safe in receiving. When you release doubt, you feel excited to receive. And from this place of freedom, abundance flows more naturally. The moment you let go of limiting beliefs, you realize something important. Wealth is not only possible for you, it is natural for you. It is your birthright to live in abundance, to walk in freedom, and to enjoy prosperity. The affirmation is the key that helps you unlock that truth. Each time you say it, you are chipping away at the old walls, letting in more light, and stepping closer to the life that is already waiting for you. Affirmations are not random words. They are vibrations that align you with abundance. When you declare, "I joyfully accept $50 million," you are tuning your energy to the frequency of wealth, just like adjusting a radio to the right station. Once tuned, you can clearly receive the music of prosperity that is already playing in the universe. Alignment means harmony. When your thoughts, feelings, and words are aligned with abundance, everything in your life begins to move in the same direction. Your mind begins to see opportunities you missed before. Your emotions begin to feel lighter, calmer, more joyful. Your body begins to carry energy, excitement, and confidence. and your actions begin to flow from inspiration rather than struggle. This is why affirmations are repeated daily. Each time you say them, you are aligning more deeply. Each time you feel them, you are tuning more precisely. Each time you believe them, you are anchoring yourself to the vibration of wealth. The affirmation of 50 million is powerful because it is bold. It pulls your imagination out of small thinking and into greater vision. When you affirm this, you are not only aligning with money, but with freedom, generosity, and creativity. You are aligning with the idea that life can be lived without limits, that dreams can be followed without fear, and that blessings can be shared without worry. Consider these affirmations as a flowing river. Every I am statement is a drop of water. One drop may not seem like much, but when repeated again and again, they form a powerful current. That current washes away resistance, clears the path, and carries you into the ocean of abundance. Here are examples of affirmations that strengthen alignment. I am a money magnet, naturally drawing wealth every day. I am grateful for multiple streams of income that flow with ease. I am worthy of receiving abundance in expected and unexpected ways. I am financially free, secure, and joyful. I am open to the universe providing prosperity in miraculous forms. When you repeat these, do not rush. Speak them slowly. Let them sink in. Feel the vibration of the words. Each statement is not only spoken, but also felt. Feel the joy of already having it. Feel the gratitude of already living in it. Feel the security of already walking in it. This is alignment. Affirmations bring your inner world into harmony with the outer world. They shape your beliefs, which shape your actions, which shape your results. When you say, I joyfully accept $50 million, you are telling the universe, I am ready, I am open, I am aligned. And the universe responds by aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to match your vibration. This alignment is not forced, it flows. It is not about pushing or striving, but about opening and allowing. The more you affirm, the more natural it feels. The more natural it feels, the more aligned you become. And when you are aligned, abundance flows effortlessly. Words are powerful, but words with feeling are unstoppable. The difference between saying, I joyfully accept $50 million with no emotion and saying it with joy, gratitude, and belief is the difference between planting a seed in dry sand and planting it in rich, watered soil. Feeling is the energy that brings the affirmation to life. When you say the affirmation, let yourself feel what it means. Imagine the joy of seeing financial freedom in your life. Imagine the peace of knowing all your needs are met. Imagine the excitement of opportunities opening before you. Imagine the generosity of sharing your abundance with others. Let these feelings rise inside you as you speak the words. Feeling the energy is about living as if it is already true. When you affirm wealth, do not only speak it, step into the emotion of already having it. Feel the gratitude, the security, the happiness, the freedom. The body does not know the difference between something vividly imagined and something physically experienced. When you feel it deeply, your mind and body begin to act as though it is already yours. This is why joy is so important. Joy is a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Joy lifts your vibration higher, opening the way for abundance to flow. If you affirm wealth with tension or doubt, the energy becomes heavy. But if you affirm wealth with joy, gratitude, and excitement, the energy becomes light, clear, and magnetic. Feeling the energy also rewires your subconscious. It teaches your mind that abundance is normal. It tells your inner self, this is safe, this is natural, this is mine. Over time, the the feeling becomes stronger than the old habits of fear or doubt. The feeling becomes your new default state. When you affirm, do not just focus on the number. Focus on the feeling behind it. $50 million is not only about money, it is about freedom, peace, and joy. It is about waking up each day without worry. It is about having time for what you love. It is about blessing others generously. It is about creating a life filled with meaning. These are the feelings you call into your heart when you speak the affirmation. So let yourself feel, smile as you affirm, breathe deeply as you affirm. Let the words sink into your body, your chest, your spirit. Feel the energy of wealth surrounding you. Feel the energy of abundance flowing through you. Feel yourself already living the life of prosperity. For when you feel it, you attract it. When you live in the vibration of abundance, abundance has no choice but to meet you. Affirmations are powerful, but they also teach patience. When you say, "I joyfully accept $50 million, you are planting a seed of abundance, and every seed has its own time to grow. You do not need to know the exact hour or day it will sprout. Your role is to plant, water, and trust. The universe knows the perfect timing for your harvest. Divine timing is not delay, it is alignment. It means the right opportunities, people, and resources are being arranged behind the scenes. Sometimes the wait is not because you are unworthy, but because the universe is preparing something better than you imagined. Trusting divine timing removes the pressure of when and allows you to rest in the truth that it is already on its way. When you let go of rushing, your heart becomes lighter. You no longer wake up with worry. You no longer wonder if it will happen. You know it will. Your energy shifts from desperation to peace, from doubt to faith. This shift is what draws the manifestation closer. Patience is not passive, it is active faith. Every time you affirm, every time you feel joy, every time you give thanks, you are aligning more deeply with the timing of the universe. Trust also keeps you open. If you demand that wealth must come only in a certain way, you may block the many other paths the universe has prepared. But when you trust, you release the need to control. You allow abundance to flow from expected and unexpected sources. You leave room for miracles. So repeat the affirmation with peace in your heart. Say it not with urgency, but with joy. Let your faith be stronger than your clock. Trust that your wealth is already on its way, arriving in the perfect moment in the perfect way. Gratitude is the language of abundance. When you give thanks, you open the door wider for more blessings to flow in. Saying, "I joyfully accept $50 million is powerful, but when you add gratitude to it, the affirmation multiplies in strength. Gratitude says, "I already have, I already receive, I am already blessed." Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. It turns your attention from lack to abundance. The more you notice the good around you, the more good expands in your life. Gratitude is a magnet that pulls prosperity closer. Begin by giving thanks for what you already have. Give thanks for the roof over your head, the food on your table, the love in your life, the opportunities before you. Every blessing, big or small, deserves acknowledgement. As you count these blessings, your heart fills with joy, and that joy attracts more. Then give thanks for what is on the way. Say, "I am grateful for the $50 million that is flowing to me." Even before you see it, thank the universe for it. Gratitude in advance is a declaration of faith. It tells the universe you are ready, open, and expecting. Living in gratitude also transforms how you use wealth. Gratitude makes you generous, wise, and joyful with what you receive. It keeps you humble, aware that abundance is both a gift and a responsibility. It reminds you that your wealth is not only for you, but to uplift others, to bring light to the world, and to create beauty and peace around you. Gratitude is not a one-time act. It is a daily practice. When you wake up, say thank you. When you go to bed, say thank you. With each breath, find a reason to be grateful. And as you affirm, let gratitude fill every word. For gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you are going. Transformation does not come from speaking an affirmation once. It comes from consistent practice. Just as water shapes stone drop by drop, affirmations shape the mind word by word. Saying, I joyfully accept $50 million every day plants a rhythm of abundance in your soul. Commitment is the key. Choose a time each day to repeat the affirmation. Morning sets the tone for the day. Evening plants the seed before sleep. Some choose both. The time matters less than the consistency. Each repetition is another layer of truth being written in your subconscious. A 21-day practice is powerful because it builds momentum. By the third week, the affirmation begins to feel natural, familiar, and true. What once felt bold now feels normal. Your mind begins to accept it, your heart begins to believe it, and your spirit begins to expect it. Commitment also means persistence when doubt returns. Some days you may not feel like affirming. Some days the old beliefs may seem stronger, but those are the days when affirming matters most. Keep speaking, keep repeating, keep planting. The very act of persistence weakens the hold of the old and strengthens the new. Make the practice sacred. Find a quiet place, breathe deeply, and speak slowly. Feel the words as they flow through you. Let them become part of you. Over time, this practice becomes not just something you do, but something you live. It becomes a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of aligning. Your commitment shows the universe your seriousness. It says, I am ready, I am open, I will not give up. And when you show up daily, the universe responds. Doors open, ideas come, opportunities arrive. The practice brings results, not by magic alone, but by creating a new state of being that naturally attracts abundance. The affirmation, I joyfully accept $50 million, is more than words. It is a key, a seed, a declaration, a song of abundance. Each time you speak it, you are shaping your reality. Each time you feel it, you are aligning with wealth. Each time you trust it, you are opening to divine timing. Each time you give thanks, you are multiplying blessings. Each time you commit, you are building a new future. This journey is not just about money. It is about freedom. It is about joy. It is about becoming the person who knows abundance is natural, wealth is safe, and prosperity is your birthright. It is about opening to the infinite possibilities the universe holds for you. So continue to affirm daily. Continue to feel the joy as you speak. Continue to trust the process. Continue to live in gratitude. Continue to stay committed. With each step, you are walking deeper into abundance. With each word, you are bringing prosperity closer. With each moment, you are aligning with the vibration of wealth. Say it now with full faith and joy. I joyfully accept $50 million into my life right now. Let it fill your mind, your heart, your spirit. Let it become your truth. Carry it with you. Repeat it often, believe it fully, and watch as the universe responds to your vibration with abundance beyond your imagination. The words you speak create the life you live. By affirming boldly, feeling deeply, trusting patiently, and living gratefully, you are shaping a reality of abundance. You are planting seeds of prosperity that will grow into a harvest of freedom, joy, and fulfillment. $50 million is not just a number. It is a symbol of your unlimited potential. It is a reminder that the universe has no limits. It is an invitation to step into your divine inheritance of wealth and to use it for good, for joy, and for purpose. Affirm daily, believe fully, feel deeply, and trust the timing. Continue walking in gratitude and commitment, for abundance is not waiting in the future. It is here, now, ready to flow to you. Speak it again. I joyfully accept $50 million into my life right now. And so it is.